You can spend millions producing a brilliant movie, but if you do not understand the B2B film market, you will lose every single penny. Over 80% of independent films fail to make a profit. This is not because the movies are bad, it is because producers sign terrible distribution deals. Making the film is only 50% of the job. Selling it is the other 50. Today, we are breaking down the entire film right distribution industry. We will cover the exact film distribution process, the hidden fees that eat your profits, and how deals are actually structured in the film distribution 2026 landscape. Whether you are a producer, an investor, or looking to build a film distribution business, you need to know the rules of this game. This is film distribution explained purely for professionals. Let's dive in. Let us start with the exact film right distribution meaning. Many people think distribution means selling your movie. This is legally incorrect. In the B2B market, you rarely sell your movie. Instead, you license the rights to show it. Think of your movie as a piece of real estate. You do not sell the house. You rent out the rooms. The film right distribution definition is simply the temporary licensing of copyright across three main pillars: territory, term, and media. Territory is the geographic location. For example, North America, Germany, or Japan. Term is the length of the contract. Usually, this is 7 to 15 years. Media is the format. This includes theatrical, pay TV, SVOD, which is subscription video on demand like Netflix, and AVOD, which is advertising-based video on demand like Tubi. Now, let us look at the film right distribution system. It is a pipeline. First, you have the producer who owns the film. The producer hires an international sales agent. The sales agent travels to global markets to license the film to a film right distribution company in each country. That local company then places the film in local cinemas or on local streaming platforms. The most critical word in this entire system is exclusive. A buyer in the UK will demand exclusive SVOD rights for their territory. If you accidentally license global SVOD rights to a different platform, you break the chain of title. Your UK deal is instantly dead. In the film right distribution industry, managing this matrix of rights is exactly how revenue is generated. Managing this massive matrix of territories, terms, and media used to require expensive legal terms and messy spreadsheets. One mistake and your multi-million-dollar bill is ruined. But in 2026, the smallest players are automating this process. This brings us to a critical tool for model producers and distributors, Rightika.com. Rightika is a next-generation B2B copyright trading platform built specifically for films and series. It completely digitized the global licensing workflow. Let me show you exactly how this looks in practice. When you log in, you are not just looking at a catalog of movies. You are looking at a live, secure licensing engine. First, Rightika solves the industry's biggest nightmare: the chain of title. Before any B2B transactions happen, the platform uses proprietary data matching and a multi-layer authenticity protocol to verify actual ownership. The buyer knows exactly what they're buying, and the seller's rights are instantly validated. Instead of flying to a physical market with a binder of paper contracts, you manage the entire trade digitally. Look at this licensing workflow. You can select specific territories, define the exact media windows, and set the term limits with a few clicks. Because the system is built with immutable, auditable records, it physically prevents you from accidentally double selling exclusive rights to two different buyers. For a film right distribution company, this is revolutionary. It merges AI-driven analytics with secure B2B transactions. You can track your global sales pipeline, monitor the exact status of your license rights, and execute cross-border trades with absolute transparency. No more missing paperwork. No more collapsed deals due to legal friction. If you want to stop losing money on bad contracts and start treating your film as a highly liquid B2B asset, you must digitize your sales pipeline. Go to Rightika.com to see how the future of film distribution actually operates. So, how does money actually change hands? Let us break down the exact film distribution process. When a distributor wants your film, they will offer an MG. This stands for minimum guarantee. An MG is an advance payment against future royalties. Let us say a distributor offers you a $100,000 minimum guarantee. You get that money up front. However, you do not see another dollar until the distributor recoups their investment. But they do not just recoup the $100,000. They also recoup their P&A. P&A stands for prints and advertising. This is the marketing budget. If they spend $50,000 on marketing, the film must now generate $150,000 just to break even. On top of that, the distributor takes a distribution fee. The global standard fee is 20 to 30%. This creates a recoupment waterfall. The distributor collects the gross revenue. First, they take their 25% fee. Second, they pay themselves back for the P&A marketing. And third, they pay themselves back for the MG. Only after all of this is paid off does the producers see overages or profits. This is why many producers never see back-end money. Now you must understand film distribution 2026. The market has drastically changed. A few years ago, SVOD platforms bought global rights for massive sums. Today, global streaming budgets have shrunk. The new king is AVOD and fast, free, ad-supported streaming television. Because platforms are paying less upfront, smart producers are returning to territorial windowing. This means instead of selling global rights to one streamer, they license the film country by country, window by window. First cinemas, then pay TVs, then SVOD, and then AVOD. It takes longer to collect the money, but the total lifetime revenue of the film is significantly higher. To win in this market, you must understand how a film right distribution company operates internally. A distribution company is not a creative agency. It is a B2B finance and logistics firm. If you want to enter this sector, there are highly lucrative film distribution jobs. First, there is the head of acquisitions. These are the buyers. Their job is to analyze a script or a finished film, run financial projections, and decide if the movie will make money in their specific country. Second, the head of sales. If you are at a sales agency, your job is to negotiate with international buyers. You must know the exact market value of a thriller in South Korea versus a romance in Italy. Third, and perhaps the most vital, is the deliverable coordinator. Deliverables are the physical and legal assets required to release a film. Video files, audio stems, closed captions, errors and omissions insurance. If your deliverables fail quality control, the distributor will not pay your minimum guarantee. Countless deals collapse in 2026 simply because a producer failed to provide the correct audio stems. So where do the buyers and sellers actually meet? They do not meet on the internet, they meet at global B2B film markets. The three major markets are the Marché du Film in Cannes, the European film market in Berlin, and the American film market in Las Vegas. These are not film festivals. You do not watch movies with popcorns here. You sit in small hotel rooms, review data sheets, and sign licensing contracts. To regulate this multi-billion-dollar industry, we have film distribution associations. The most important one globally is IFTA, the Independent Film and Television Alliance. IFTA protects the film distribution business. They provide the standardized contracts that the entire industry uses. They dictate exactly how arbitration works if a buyer refuses to pay. If you are entering the B2B film trade, Familiarizing yourself with IFTA guidelines is mandatory. They ensure that cross-border licensing deals, say between a Canadian producer and a Japanese distributor, adhere to the same legal language. Never draft your own distribution agreements from scratch. Always use standard association templates. This protects you from predatory clauses like cross-collateralization, where distributor uses the profits of your successful territory to pay you off their losses in unsuccessful territories. A great film without a great distribution strategy is just an expensive home video. Protect your rights, understand the financial math, and treat your film as a B2B asset. If you want to protect your next project, I have created a free B2B rights template. It helps you track exactly which territories and media you have licensed, so you never accidentally double sell your rights. Thank you for staying with us through this video. Subscribe to the channel for more elite B2B film strategies, and see you in the next videos.